Okay, so all right, everybody. So listen, this is just like I can't even tell. Once again, do you guys remember when we were at the top last time and I made the video the night right before everything fell out of the sky, right? And then sure enough, everything fell out of the damn sky like a couple hours later, right? So we're kind of at that point again. We're right here at the point of, and I'm going to show you. So the first chart I'm going to pull up is my J-hook chart. Let me go find this damn J-hook chart. Where are you at? J-hook, J-hook, J-hook. All right, so we're going to load up the J-hook chart first. Alrighty, where you at? All right, how about we just type it in? There we go. Okay, so here's the J-hook chart. I just want to bring up real quick. All right, so if we come over here and we take a look at this, this last time this happened right here, right, and the last time, and right where we're at now, and kind of where this got rejected. Right, there's two charts I want to show you how this played out on. That one, give me a second here, let me find this damn chart. Nope. Damn it. The heck is this chart? Okay, okay, there it is. Okay, sorry, here we go. Sorry, load chart. Ichi. Where's my Ichi chart? Okay. So this is the best chart I can show you how this works out. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of. So if you look here, I got bull bear, bull bear, bull bear. This is my 3-2-3 chart, and this kind of puts along right here. Now this is my day. So look at the daily chart right here. So the daily chart, this thing is all the way down here in the turds, right? This thing is in the turds way down here. Now look at where this thing happened down in the turds. So I'm gonna put myself a little square right here. Right, there we go. So this happened down in the turds. And we're going to make that, we'll make it yellow. Okay, then we're going to make another one. And then here we are, we're over here on the turd side. Okay, so there we are on the turd side. We're on the turd side right here. So you got two separate. I'm going to move this out of there because it's kind of getting in the way a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get that out. Okay, so you see what you've got here is you've got a very low, you got two low channels. And look, this one came up and then dumped out, came up and then squiggled around and then dumped out here, right? So this is the daily chart, right? And now the price action, ignore the price action, look at the RSI action. So right here, if I take a little squiggle line, right, you'll see that we're right here at the peaky of this little area right here. Now we haven't fallen out, and every time we get this, and we call these the bear teeth, right? Here's the bear teeth. And these bear teeth are chomping and chomping and chomping at this, right? And same thing, bear teeth, right? Bear teeth. So now when I'm looking at this is the resistance here, and this kind of correlates with where we're at. Right now I want to take this down to a 12-hour chart, right? In the 12-hour chart, you can go back even farther, and we should do that with the day chart. Let's do that with the day chart. Okay, so we're going to grab our box, right? And this is all bearish right here. Right, now this didn't even make it down that low, right? This one didn't even make it down that low. So this was higher, but you see these bear teeth that were chomping around right here, right? Now this correlated, right? So I want you to know this drop right here, right? This exact drop right here correlated with this. See, here's your red circle, correlated with this drop right here. This red circle was this drop right here. There's your top right there. Here's your red circle. There's your top right here. Now watch this. See, there are different levels. 1, 2, 3. They're in a descending pattern. Okay, so you can see these are in a descending pattern right here. And here's your first top. And you're going to give me that line. Give me the line. Right? Here's your first top. There's your second top. There's your third top, right? I'm going to change the color of this line. Okay, right, there you go. So take a look at this, right? So kind of, 1, 2, 3. Yee! kind of similar, right? Kind of has a lot. I mean, that's you got to admit that that's kind of, you know, that's kind of weird how that works out. Okay, that's really weird how this works out, right? Okay, so you got this all the way down here, and this correlates with every time this fell out, right? Every time, look at my arrow straight up. You can see my thing. This is where it fell out, right? There it is. And then you look right here. This is where it fell out. There's the peak right there, right? Then right here is this is where we're trying to fall out right here, okay? Now I want to show you something though. Watch this. Watch this. It's going to get real crazy. So I'm going to switch this over to a 12-hour. And now look at this line. See this linear line right here? Take a look at that linear line right there, right? See that linear line? Every single one of them. Tap, tap, tap. Now this one did a little double joggy, right? Double top, and then fell out. This one's trying to do a little double top, right? But look at this line. This is just way too, I mean, this is just too crazy, right? Now, I wonder, there's probably no way, because it just go down to oblivion right here. And this thing would just go all the way down to oblivion. So what I'm going to do is take a screenshot of this bad boy, put over the member area. Okay. So pink line on the Stoch. Right? Okay. And then right? This is it's the daily. It's the daily. So that works out perfect, right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 12-hour. And now look at this. There's the same exact pattern all the way across, right? So this is our key resistance point, right? So you've hit a key resistance point, right? Okay, white, top line, intersecting circles, right? So this is the same exact thing with the same exact chart. Now this is a lot of resistance right here, but if you look at this, this has got room to poke you up, right? That's got a little bit of room to poke up. Okay, if we come up here, we try to see where this played out. Now that was the very peak and that just died out. Okay, so, but now this chart right here, this chart this chart is bearish in one way and bullish in another, right? So now let's go back and we're going to kind of take a look at the same thing. And I want to look at daily, and I want to look at daily, and I want to look at hourly. So I'm going to pull all this stuff off here because this is not relevant for this chart. Right, but we are going to leave this box right here because this box is critical. I'm going to turn that box yellow. All right, that's probably a horrible color in this chart. Turn this box pink. Turn this box pink. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we're over here, of course, right? Okay, so now that we see this on the 12-hour, that we capped out perfect. Boom, 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 right? So we capped out perfect all the way down here, okay? So now that we see we've capped out perfect all the way down here, we've also had the same correlation up top. And what I'm trying to look for here is, there we go, those are bearish crosses. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is, did this correlate with anything? Did anything hold this down? No, no crosses, no nothing. Right, here this is, so this came down. Nope, here's the next one. I'm just trying to see if this crossed over, did anything, and look, there's nope, the lines were separated. So the lines had kind of gone flat, and then they dumped off, right? But this had stayed flat. The Kaijun stayed flat and took a long time to dump off, right? I mean, there's your Kaijun right there. Your Kaijun is flat. If anything, it angled up. There's your Tekken, so your Tekken line is coming down. Your Tekken line is now resistance. Okay, so your Tekken line is resistance right here. But man, this Tekken really doesn't help me. I mean, it's come down and it hasn't really rejected anything though. You know, it hasn't come down like here. It came down, smashed that down, then it bounced back up through it and fell through. I mean, maybe if the Tekken touches this, it'll drop it, and it'll come up one more time and fall down kind of like this, because this is the same area, right? All right, so we do have a little bit of correlation, right? So here we go. So in the same exact place, the Tekken touched the price line, okay? So check that out. So that's very interesting. Okay, so exactly the same place, our Tekken has touched the price line. Okay, so that's very interesting. All right, so okay, so yep, all right, there you go. So that is okay, so there's a good correlation. Right. Okay, there we go. There's that. There's that now. Okay, so if I look in here, this came up a little higher. So this came up higher, dropped down, did one final little wick up. Right, this did a little wick up, dropped, so the Tekken hit it. And when the Tekken hit it, it dropped out, but then it bounced and then it pulled back. Okay. All right, and so what we'd be looking for is, this is probably going to get hit by the Tekken. I don't know if the Tekken's going to go up and hit it. So, all right, so that is, but look at this little last wick out right here, right? So you had that last little wick out. Okay, now we're at the top right here though, so we've hit the tippy top. Right, and we've retraced. Look at this. All right, so take a look at this. Now if we go down to our bottom, well, a little high. This is definitely lower. That was definitely higher. Okay. Right, so let's check and see what we got here. Would this match now? It would match. Okay, so you know, this is probably gonna make one more little stab, you know, but I think when this Tekken touches this line, this is gonna get rejected. So what happened is the Tekken, as soon as the Tekken touched it, it seemed like it whacked it, and then as soon as it whacked it, it got rejected. All right, so all right, Tekken touch. So the Tekken touched the price and got rejected. Okay, so there's good. So let's go over to this one. See if we have any Tekken touching. Okay, so now the Tekken is already way below here. So the Tekken was way deep. So this is already super, super deep. So let's go over and we're going to take a look at the daily now, okay? Let's go see what we can see on the, oh, what the hell happened there? Right, there we go. Okay, so did the Tekken. Okay, there you go. So on the one day, the Tekken touched. Oh, there it is again. So look on the did the same thing. So touched again right there. Super close. Super close. Right? No, it was still high. Still high there. But there's the fall right there. I'm just going to put a red circle around it. So the Tekken touched it there. It didn't touch it here. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see where we're headed. I mean, it's way up there. Right? Now this didn't even get close to. Same thing. The same thing. This thing didn't get close. So it came up, and then it just, as soon as it dumped, it just barreled down. So, all right, so it didn't test. So there's no correlation on the daily. So we have no correlation on the daily. This is moving. Look at how linear this thing is, or horizontal. Look at how horizontal this thing is. So you're looking completely sideways there. All right, and this is a really tough call right here, because I mean I see a lot of resistance. So the 12 hour, you've got the touches, right? You got the touches, you've got the resistance right here. On the daily, you've got, I mean, you're not touching, so this doesn't help us, but you've got this linear line right here, right? So that's what you got. You've got that. All right. Follow the pink line. Okay, so I think what we have here, this is a good thing. So we now have the ability to see a trend. If it breaks outside of this, right? This is all you got to do. So this is great, because this gives us another one of those. Now the horrible thing about this thing is, remember there's no shadow, right? So this can come up through, and you're like, where are you at? What are we at on the 12 hour? How deep are we on the 12 hour? So we've got 5 hours left. So this thing can come up here and then still just tap this line and then just roll over, because there's no shadow. Right? There's no shadow here. All right, hold on a second. Just want to get this. Okay, there's that. So to make this as clear to everybody as possible. All right. Okay, so we got that. So we got that figured out. All right, so now we see, now this is great, because, hey, if this breaks out over this, or on the 12 hour, right? If this breaks out over this, then we know we've gone bullish, right? So you know you've turned, you're definitely bullish, right? Because every time, look at this. This is every time the bears, the bulls, this is bullish, right? See, when you get above this line, this is bullish right here, right? So you got up here when this was bullish. Now this was bullish, right? This well, this is a bullish run, but then this just died, right? Now that wicked, it's all bullish. So, but this is a pretty good rejection zone. And you know, the other thing this shows us is this is like the final crash, right? Like if this is it, this correlates with this. This is kind of like the last leg down, right? This is the last leg down before this bounced up. This was the lowest low. This was the lowest low. So this ended up giving us the lowest low we had. This was a second, this was a higher low technically. And then you haven't played this one out, which would end up giving you an even higher low. Right? So you'd actually technically end up with 3 or 4 higher lows on that, which could be, I don't know what kind of a sign that is right now. But so you've got this chart playing out. Let's go over and take a look at this. And I think I'm going to leave this on the daily. So leave this on the daily right there. All right. Okay, then, all right, so we got that chart. And then, oh yeah, that's right. So I want to do that one. And then I want to come over here. And what do we got? We got the 4 hour. Still neutral candle with nothing. Just nothing in here. Six hour, creating a rising wedge. Okay, so looking on the 4 and 6 hour right here, right? So if this is completed, you know, 1, 2, 3 or whatever this is down right here, and you're starting on your wave 5 up, right? It's a little easier to see right here. Now, kind of what I'd expect to see on my wave 5 up is, I mean, this really hasn't done like a wave 3, right? I mean, you could say, hey, 1, 2, and it's trying to make a wave 3 right here, but it keeps getting knocked down. And look at how crazy all these candles are in the 6th. So these are very bearish candles simply because the wicks are insane on the top side. Every single one of these has got knocked down over and over and over again. And it's not that the bulls are not just making a massive effort of this right now. But you've got a lot of topside, huge topside wicks. And let's just see if we can see some kind of correlating pattern there. Right? A bunch of topside wicks right here and eventually fell out. All right, but look at how big the bodies of these candles were, right? I mean, we're looking for something that has small bodies. Right? I mean, you know, kind of small bodies and tall wicks, small bodies, tall wicks, and then gets a last little blast off right there. Now we're looking for the wicks on the top side. I'm just trying to see if I can, let's go back over here. Now this is the area that we're looking at right now. And if we zoom in, let's see if we can see anything here. See, it's doing this very similar structure. Look at, you know, you got these tall wicks right here. It's really trying, and then it fell out and tried again. This definitely looks like it's in a rising wedge also. I'm looking for rising wedges here. All right, definitely looks like a rising wedge. Okay, so let's go for another thing. We're going to take a look at our count, or we're going to take a look at our count on our candles here, right? And we probably want to go, yeah, this is the right thing. All right, okay, so here's our 12-day, right? So we're going to look at what this is. So here's our, okay, here's our 12-day right here. Sorry, 12-hour. Sorry about that. All right, so let's see what we got. So here's our daily. So the daily loves to, here's the 3591 on the daily. Okay, so the daily is printed up a, what are we on? Red 3. Okay, so we printed up a red 3 yesterday. So now we're going to go look for red 3s. Red 3 fell out. Okay, usually the 3s have the same shape as shooting star. Okay, so red 3. Red 3 fell out. So green 1. I'm sorry, green 3. Green 3, let me be more specific. Green 3 with red candle. Green 3, red candle. Green 3, green candle. Green 3, red candle right there. Green 3, green candle, kept going. Green 3, green candle, kept going. Green 3, red candle on an upward motion. So let's pull this off. Red 3. Green 3, green candle, still kept going. Green 3, green candle, still kept going. Green 3, green candle just died. Green 3, red candle died. All right, so this is kind of 50-50 here on these green 3s. Right? I mean, it's just this, I'm not seeing any specific pattern on the green 3. So we're going to go down to the 12 hours now, right? So the 12 hours like the 6s, right? So the 12s like the 6s. So this is the whole, we're going to leave this on our daily. I'm going to put the stuff back. Okay, we're going to come out here. Here's our 12-hour. Okay, here's our 12-hour stuff. And, oh God. All right, so we're going to pull this off. Okay, there we go. All right, so green 3s. Ooh, hoo, hoo. We're on a green 6. Okay, so we're on a green 6 right now. So that is bullish, right? Green 6, green candle, bullish, green 6, green candle, bullish, green 6, red candle, bearish. You've got 4 hours in this trade. 4 hours. Okay, so in 4 hours, if this is not a red candle, this will have one more leg up. All right, this needs to turn into a red 6. All right, this thing needs to turn into a red 6. Red 6, look at all these red 6s. Red 6 fall out, red 6 fall out. This has to turn in green 6, but this was a continuation. Right, it's a green 6, but it kept going higher. So it's still hold a green 6. Green 6 fell out, but had a continuation pattern. Red 6 fell out. Yeah, because this is definitely a fall. I wouldn't put this as a bullish play. I would put this as a retracement down. That's how I would count this. So this needs to post up a red candle, right? To make a good trade, this has to post up a red candle in 4 hours. Come here. Okay, so this is an easy trade right here. I screwed up at the bottom last time. I will not ignore this again at everyone. All right, so there we go. Okay, so there we are. I just put in the members chat that this has got to be, and that's okay because we go down here and go in here and okay, so we can go inside here. And I want to keep an eye on my LTC and my ETH. Okay, there we go. There's ETH. There's ETH top targets. So this has to drop out. So let's go back over here. So this has got to drop out into a red candle in 4 hours. Right? In 4 hours, this has to close below 64.75. Right? So in 4 hours, if this does not close below 64.75, this is a bullish continuation pattern. Okay? So there's the blue line. That blue line's marking it. Right? There's green. Over, what is that? That line is 64.75. 64.75. Okay. So there you go. There's that. So wow, what a crazy, like on the seat right here, like we are on the cusp right here. Okay, so we're on the break, the go time. This is like go time right here. That's all you need, people. There's your charts, there's your calls. So I wonder if I can just kind of clear this up a little bit more here so you can see this. I'll move that back. Lock that. Okay, so we're just gonna move that out of the way. Okay, so right here. Very simple trade in 4 hours and 30 minutes, right? Set your alarms, right? Set your alarms. So we need this 12-hour candle close below 64, what did I say? 64, what damn, 64.75. Where this will be bullish. Right? This thing closes green. Now, this can just do some kind of super freaking retarded, this, over the next like 4 hours, this can snap up here, to post an insane wick, wreck everyone's stop losses, and then dump out like a freaking a caterpillar on fire, right? I mean, that's exactly what can happen right there, right? So this thing can just wick up, give you your fifth wave, your just little fifth wave wick, and then just drop down and fall right out of the sky. So if this is bullish, right? This is bullish. This is kind of how I would play this. I would load some shorts, right? I would just load shorts. But how far is this thing gonna run? Man, that's a good question right here. I would load shorts up here at 67.50, or I would just, maybe even safer is just to play it long, right? I mean, you could just wait, right? And the best play would be to trade the candle closing. Right? So just set your alarms is what I would do. Okay, I would set my alarms, and that's what you're going to watch for. All right. Reduce this down. That's too small. Okay, so there you go. Like, you're literally 20 points up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, let's put this in here. Needs to close low here. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put a little box. Boom. Yellow. Super shitty plays. Cool. Cool. All right. Okay, and I don't need this chart right here. That chart's okay. This chart's, nope, not that one. This is the one we want right here. So we're going to pull this one off. We're going to put it right here. Actually, let me do this. Plop the, oop. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So this is it. This is bullish or bearish break mode right here. You've got your two charts that are defining this moment right here. Now remember, this can break up. That's totally fine. This can completely break up, but this is the resistance line right here, right? This can break up and still fold over within the next 4 hours. It can go pretty high even, then just roll over. But this is your resistance line. This is where it's proven all the way back. Okay, so we got that. We've also got our Tekken line on our 12-hour that comes down into this. So we've got two correlations here. We've also got our TD system over here, right? And we're looking, this 6 has to close red. We want this 6 to close red. If this 6 closes green in 4 hours and 23 minutes, we know we're going to go for one more little joggy up, and it'll be a great opportunity for all of us to pull some long trades. Okay, so that being said, that's all I got. Peace out.